Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we dive into Living Beyond What If, a 2021 publication that offers a warm, empathetic guide for those yearning to chase their ambitions and cast aside the shackles of hesitation and self-doubt. With its array of touching stories and a clear, actionable roadmap, this book promises to help you navigate through the entanglement of personal fears and to plot a course towards success. Author Dr. Shirley Davis, the esteemed president and CEO of SDS Global Enterprises, brings a treasure trove of experience to the table. Having served in high-ranking roles at several Fortune 100 and Fortune 50 companies, and as a celebrated author of bestsellers such as The Seat and Reinvent Yourself, Dr. Davis infuses every page with her extensive expertise in human resources and personal development. Living Beyond What If is a beacon for individuals wrestling with fears that hinder their personal or professional growth. It's tailored for those longing to transform their lives but lack a clear direction and seek a companion for the journey to self-fulfillment. If you're ready to transcend barriers and step into a life brimming with potential, this episode and this book is for you. Living Beyond What If. Release the limits and realize your dreams. Introduction: Escape the prison of what if and unlock your potential. Imagine being given a second chance at life. What would you do differently? Many yearn for such an opportunity to reinvent themselves, to pursue passions with vigor and forego the mountains of hesitation and regret. This dream echoes in the hearts of many people who, upon reflection, wish they had dared to live more zealously. But why wait for a chance when you can create it? Why do just a handful of dreamers seize the day, while others remain tethered to the ground? The secrets to this paradigm shift in living are not out of reach. It's about shedding the armor that shields us from life's letdowns. Yes, we safeguard ourselves against the pain of broken dreams and faltered plans, but at what cost? It's time to exchange defense for offense, to adopt attitudes and strategies that actively sculpt the life we aspire to lead. Embark on this journey where we uncover how facing death's doorstep can be a life-altering wake-up call, the two fundamental fears we are born with and how they shape our lives, and the secret sauce to sustained success that lies within an annual Caribbean retreat. Unlock the doors to your aspirations and step into a world where what if becomes what is. This is your odyssey toward dream fulfillment, where the only thing standing between you and your goals is the willingness to pursue them relentlessly. Part 1. Unlock the power of your imagination to carve your path forward. Have you ever found yourself marveling at the boundless creativity of a child? This limitless imagination doesn't just fade away. It accompanies us into adulthood, albeit in subtler forms. Harnessing this imaginative force is the cornerstone for turning the life you envisage into reality. Yet, imagination alone isn't enough when it comes to the unscripted play of life. Consider Shirley Davis, whose youthful dreams seemed within reach until a cascade of harsh realities arrived, upending her aspirations. Abandoned dreams left her grappling with the stark difference between the life she had conjured in her mind and the challenging cards she'd been dealt. The key message here is, harnessing the power of your imagination is one of the crucial first steps on the path to achieving your envisioned future. Davis's trajectory took a tumultuous turn after college. A severe car crash following an educational trip left her unconscious and teetering between life and death. Awakening to a second chance, she refused to take life's offerings for granted, diving headfirst into marriage, against the cautious advice of their families. However, stability proved elusive, and the tides turned once more. Her marriage crumbled, leaving her to face impending single motherhood, accompanied by a tide of financial strain. The divergence between the life she envisioned and her reality could not have been starker. In the midst of rebuilding her existence, Another jarring episode struck. An armed robbery at her workplace, a blatant reminder of life's fragility, awakened her to an unsettling truth. Somewhere along the way, she had strayed from the path of her dreams. These moments of crisis urged her to confront a pivotal question. What if her true calling lay elsewhere, neglected and gathering dust alongside her childhood fantasies? It was a moment of reckoning, a call to rekindle the once vivid tapestry of her envisioned future. Part 2. Dive into new opportunities with confidence and a foolproof exit plan. Standing at the edge of a decision can be daunting. We often cling to the devil we know, fearing that stepping into the unknown might lead to regret. But what if the leap could lead to greatness? This was the juncture at which Shirley Davis found herself, facing a promotion that seemed both an opportunity and a threat to her comfortable routine. Yet, despite initial hesitation, an inner voice urged her to embrace the unknown. The key message here is, with resilience forged from tough times, Davis learned to leap towards new chances without a backward glance. The promotion was a pivot point, the catalyst that launched a series of bold life choices. After accepting it, Davis didn't just tiptoe into the terrain of risk-taking, she sprinted. Leaving her job, she built her own consultancy, stepped away from a failing relationship, authored a book, sold her property, and embraced a fresh start in a new state. Davis wasn't flying blindly, though. With every leap she took, she did so with calculated thought and preparation. Her strategy wasn't simply about daring to jump, it was about planning for a safe landing. This approach stemmed from her keen understanding of exit strategies, honed through her HR expertise in guiding corporate transitions and personal pivots alike. Developing an exit strategy can transform a gamble into guided navigation, creating a comprehensive plan that may span a few months to several years. If contemplating a career switch, such a plan could involve market research, skill development, and mentorship. On a more personal front, an exit strategy could mean weighing scenarios, potential reactions, and rehearsing your approach meticulously. When apprehension whispers doubts, Davis would have you remember that not everything is meant to endure the sands of time. Understanding when it's time to gracefully exit a situation doesn't signify defeat. Rather, it reflects strength and self-awareness. Letting go at the right moment, armed with a well-crafted exit strategy, isn't just about escaping the old, it's about charging toward a future ripe with possibility. Part 3. Conquer your dreams by shattering the chains of procrastination. It's something we've all grappled with at some point, that sly habit of putting off tasks we know should be tackled head-on. Yes, procrastination is the thief of time, and often the grand saboteur of our dreams. But what underpins this pervasive issue? It's a concept known as time inconsistency, which essentially means we often choose instant gratification over the fruits of future labor. Take, for example, the battle of present you versus future you. While your future self aspires for health and vigor, your present self finds the allure of a donut irresistible. It's a small-scale representation of procrastination at play, passing responsibility to your future self instead of seizing the day. The key message here is, beat procrastination by reframing how you think about your goals. Shirley Davis once wrestled with procrastination herself, basking in the comfort of a well-paying executive role, while postponing her ambition to become an entrepreneur. Facing procrastination required Davis to adopt a practical strategy, known as behavioral chaining. The premise is simple, yet effective. Break down grand tasks into manageable bites, setting up a sequence of short-term objectives that build towards your ultimate aim. Instead of facing the mountain of her $22,000 credit card debt with dread, Davis tackled each card step by step, focusing initially on the one accruing the highest interest. Yet the battle against procrastination isn't just a matter of tackling tasks. It's also about conquering negative self-talk. Questions like, "What if I'm not good enough?" can paralyze us with doubt. Davis learned to counter these undermining thoughts by evaluating their origin and reaffirming her self-worth. To move past such disempowering beliefs, take stock of your strengths. Recognition of your abilities is a shield against the arrows of self-doubt. Assess your progress by your standards and remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It is an integral part of the journey, offering invaluable lessons to forge ahead. As you plot your course toward your ambitions, remember that the smallest of steps, taken consistently, can break the shackles of procrastination and launch you into the life you've long imagined. Part 4. Transform your fear into fuel for your dreams with strategic action. Fear, an emotion familiar to us all, has roots that often run deeper than we imagine. Interestingly, we enter this world with just two innate fears: the fear of falling and the fear of loud sounds. The rest of our fears are learned, springing from experiences and the environment we grow in. These learned fears can become overwhelming barriers, standing between us and the fulfillment of our dreams. The tale of Stephanie, a colleague of Shirley Davis, is a stark reminder of this. The key message here is: confront your fears by understanding them, tackling them, and maintaining your focus. Once beaming with joy and optimism, Stephanie's life took a sharp turn post-divorce. Locked in an unhappy marriage that ended bitterly, Stephanie was unable to step away from the fear of rejection and the stigma of failure. Tragically, she spiraled into a dark abyss that leads to a fatal overdose, unable to reach for the life she once dreamt of. Stephanie's story is a cautionary tale of how fear can hold a vice-like grip on our potential. To emerge victorious over fear, Davis has developed 6 pivotal steps that guide one through even the most intimidating challenges. The first step requires a radical shift in how we view fear. Recognizing and naming our fears diminish their intimidation factor. Step 2 involves an honest inquiry. What exactly is fueling our fear? Step 3 propels us to confront our fears by attempting the very task that daunts us. Next, we must reinforce self-assurance through affirmations that highlight our unique strengths and talents. Moreover, when we do triumph over a fear, documenting the experience becomes a source of courage for future battles. This is the 5th step. The 6th and final step is a visionary one. Keep the image of your realized dreams alive in your mind. Doing so can make the once colossal mountains of fear diminish to molehills in comparison. By adopting Davis's method, not only do we face our fears, but we also use them as stepping stones to rise above and reach for the stars. With focus, bravery, and a little strategy, the terror that once shackled us transforms into a powerful driving force behind our dreams. Part 5. Chart a course for success with a purpose statement and annual reflection retreats. Envisioning a future free from fear and brimming with possibility is just the beginning. The next step is planning systematically to transform those dreams into tangible realities. This was the path Shirley Davis took, bolstering relationships, starting with her relationship with herself, and embracing the adventurous euphoria that comes with risk-taking. Her secret sauce? Instigating an annual pilgrimage to paradise. Post-Christmas celebrations, she rewards herself with a Caribbean getaway, dubbing these escapes "me treats." There, amid sea breezes and sun, Davis engages in a ritual of rejuvenation and rigorous reflection. The key message here is: lay the groundwork for your aspirations with a clear plan and discover the driving purpose behind them. On one of these reflective retreats, Davis confronted some uncomfortable truths. Despite the year's efforts, certain goals eluded her. The weight target remained unmet, the allure of a new language unfulfilled. In need of a catalyst, Davis embraced 2 transformative strategies that would revitalize her quest towards her ambitions. Immersing herself in self-development literature and seminars became her first tactic. The second, a profoundly impactful move, involved crafting a personal purpose statement followed by a comprehensive life plan. Constructing your own purpose statement starts with introspection. Questions like, who am I and why am I here, are not just philosophical musings, they hold the key to crafting a life of purpose. Davis's own declaration beams with intent, aiming to empower others with knowledge and vision, ensuring their lives are replete with meaning and achievement. With your purpose as your compass, you're ready to map out your life plan, a strategic layout of your dreams and goals to be realized over time. It guides you by identifying what is important to you and what steps are needed to propel you forward, customized to your unique strengths and frailties. Davis divided her life into 5 distinct domains: career, health, personal relationships, finances, and spirituality. Your plan could be different. What matters is that it remains a living document, evolving as you do, adjusting to new goals, and accommodating the unexpected twists of life's journey. So, set your sights on the horizon, draft your purpose, and plot your path. And perhaps find your version of a Caribbean contemplation that not only celebrates where you've been, but also ignites the passion for where you will go. Part 6. Embrace your confidence and make the jump to achieve your dreams. There's a ripple effect that starts when we nurture the relationship with ourselves and it extends outward, influencing every aspect of our lives. But it all hinges on how kindly we treat ourselves, our acceptance of our own humanity, and the self-love that prompts us to reach further than we ever have before. Take a moment to introspect. Are you loyal to your values and committed to your well-being? Do you forgive your slip-ups and focus on your strengths? These self-assessments gauge whether you've fostered a healthy relationship with yourself, which is the precursor to fostering meaningful relationships with others. The key message here is cultivate quality relationships, both personally and professionally, and then take the courageous leap forward. Think of your relationships in 2 layers. The foundational tier consists of your personal board of advisors, those closest to you whom you trust implicitly. They're your family, closest friends, and valued colleagues. The next layer, your extended network, is where you broaden your connections, engaging with people who bring different life experiences and viewpoints to the table. Shirley Davis herself is a testament to the value of investing in a diverse network. It's through these connections that she's encountered career opportunities, expanded her client base, and nurtured her well-being. Remarkably, a significant majority of her consulting work comes through referrals, an outcome of positive, genuine relationships maintained over time. Once your inner and outer webs of relationships are fortified, it's time to muster the courage to take a leap of faith. It's the moment where you move from just getting by to flourishing, both in life and your career. It's about replacing the doubts encapsulated in what if with the assurance of why not. For Davis, embracing this approach brought monumental achievements, earning a doctorate by 40, earning accolades in a national pageant, penning multiple books, and steering a successful global consultancy. The prime moment to act may never unveil itself, and complete knowledge is a myth. But once you've prepared to the best of your ability, there remains a single, decisive action. Leap. This leap, the culmination of self-confidence and strong relationships, could be the key that unlocks the life of your most audacious dreams. Final summary. The lure of tomorrow is powerful, a seductive whisper that promises another chance to chase our aspirations. However, when it comes to transforming dreams into reality, succumbing to procrastination can be a silent dream killer. The antidote lies not in waiting for the perfect moment, but in taking decisive, manageable action now, cultivating a nurturing relationship with oneself, and meticulously charting a course toward your goals. The key takeaways from these insights underscore a proactive approach to life. Confront procrastination head-on by breaking down your grand ambitions into smaller, practical steps. Build a robust and empowering relationship with yourself, treating self-love not as an indulgence but as a necessity for growth. Formulate a life plan that is not just a wish list but a strategic outline of the journey toward your ultimate vision. When armed with this threefold strategy, the road to success becomes more than just a hopeful path. It morphs into a well-paved highway, inviting you to accelerate towards fulfilling your greatest potential, starting today. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.